look back at the life of this company and the growth that has come.
It's not lip service. They want people to make decisions.
I remember when we had the one store.
We were starting with a small number, so we didn't have a big downside.
We bought 2 stores. We bought 3 stores.
Grit, my father's got a ton of grit.
When you're around it, you see it.
The entrepreneurial spirit of the willingness to take risk.
The key here, when you dress it all up and there's a lot of fancy words, if you're loyal and you do a damn good job, long live our deal.
First impression is that he was a very aggressive risk taker, which proved to be pretty correct.
A man of his word. Everybody wants him on their team.
I remember helping my father and crew. I'd steer the truck while they walked alongside of it and threw potatoes on it. My dad tried farming with his brother in Missouri, and that didn't work too good, 2 brothers farming together. He saw more opportunity up here, and he wanted to be a potato farmer. Left a big impression on me. When I was getting out of college, my dad asked me, he says, do you want to work for me? I said, no, I don't, but I will be your partner. That didn't hit him real well. He said, how do you see it? Well, you got your house, the home farm, which was 160 acres. I don't want any part of that, but all the rest of the land, the farming equipment and everything else, I'll sign you a note for half of it. And that's how the partnership with my dad started. My dad was the best partner I've ever had because he put 100% faith in me and really trusted my judgment. The John Deere dealer in Castleton called me in late in the fall of the year and he said, just so that you know, I'm going to sell my business. But if you could come up with $100,000, I would sell this John Deere store to you and stay with you for a year to teach you the business. I got my competitive juices going. Yeah, I can do that. I didn't realize $100,000 was so hard to come by. I went over to the John Deere store in March of 1968. That night at 5:30 when we locked the door, he looked at me. He says, how much money you got in the bank? And I told him $13,000. He looks at me and he says, that's not going to work. What do you mean it's not going to work? Well, you have a payroll here every 2 weeks, and that's $20,000 about. For the most part, these farmers out here, they charge to you until about the 1st of August until they sell their barley, and then they come in and they pay the parts. It's just now late March, early April. I had visions of this whole thing just crumbling. He and I went and called on about 8 of his good customers out there. Hey, could you prepay your parts account this year, just this 1 year, so Ronnie could have some working capital, which launched RDO equipment. Humbling, meaningful, but boy, it started rumor mills too, Here this 25-year-old kid is out in the country begging for money after day 1. He said, now I want you to retire when you get 56. And I said, sure. So I didn't do that yet. No. Having kids wanting to be involved in business is the best thing.
Summertime jobs just to keep me out of trouble, from painting a very long fence with a hand brush to selling sweet corn on the side of the road.
I think I probably started when I was about 11, and I had a bunch of summer jobs. I started out here in Fargo, sweeping the shop, washing tractors, moved on to cleaning potato warehouses. I remember my grandmother, she had this brand new yellow Cadillac. I'd been cleaning the sewers, the flumes in the potato storage in the middle of July and smelled not good. She was the wife of a potato farmer and the mother of another, and she pretended she didn't notice when she took me out for lunch that day.
It was always fun to ride along with him when he would want to go to the store. The Castleton store, when I was younger, would have been the only store that we had.
It was all about jumping in the truck with my dad and going around and looking at the fields.
We'd dig up the potatoes to see how big they are and how far along they've come. I have really fond memories of the people that were working out there and spending time with my dad going out to Castleton.
If you want to get it down to the basics, the people, the weather, the land, and the seed. In the sandlands of Minnesota, the perfect place in the Midwest to grow potatoes.
Because it's so sandy, all that land would dry out in August. Very seldom got a good crop. The center pivot irrigation equipment was brand new, which presented the opportunity to buy that land. We did it in Perham, Park Rapids, down at Big Lake, north of St. Cloud, just kind of picking up land. My dad came in, Al was sitting at his desk. He walks in my office and he says, "Who's he?" I hadn't told him that I'd hired Al.
And the walls were paper thin, so I heard everything.
What really let us grow big fast was we were able to come off with potatoes 4 to 5 weeks before the River Valley could. We'd start the 1st of August, and the Valley never started before the 10th of September.
The reason we were in such a hurry, well, the French fry operators in the area couldn't get growers to sign a contract. And so Ron went out and took all their contracts, for which we didn't have acres. He did this like in maybe February, and we had to deliver potatoes at September, October. If it didn't work, we were both at that point young enough to do other things. And we did end up getting enough acres to fill the contracts.
One year we went from about 700 acres of potatoes to 3,000. When you look at the entire company, the agriculture picture is totally diversified. Might not be a great wheat year in South Dakota, but maybe the sugar beets are better. You have diversification not only from industry, but geographic within the industry. You never win them all, but you never lose them all either.
One of my proudest moments, we had a John Deere executive. He pulled me aside. He said, "You know, Christy, you can always tell the RDO people because they're always just a notch or two above everybody else as far as the quality of people that you have. The amount that we invest in our people is, double, triple what other dealers in the dealer channel do. And this is just a great example of bringing the team together and building relationships and learning about all this phenomenal technology that we've invested in.
The Offutt Family Foundation seeks to engage partners in sustaining or improving the quality of life, concentrating on community development, Christian entities, and educational initiatives in North Dakota, Northwest Minnesota.
This community, this geographic area, has been extremely good to us as a family, to me as an individual. There comes a point in time when it's time to give back.
Fargo's important, that's why we made Fargo the commitment, and that's why we made this the foundation of where everything starts. Without that, I think you lose the culture, and without the culture, I think you lose the company.
The value of people and how important that is to building businesses. That's really what we do. We're creating a legacy and building something that is bigger than us.
The secret sauce to me is the family and the family values. Who is our family? It's our employees and our partners and our customers. And that's really what our business is about.
Be hungry to go do deals, to grow, and to do all those things you need great people. RDO is positioned great and has great performance, all due to the people.
The future is bright, that the farm and RDO Offutt Company will continue to grow. There is going to be opportunity out there in the agribusiness world that we certainly qualify to be part of and that we can be good at. 75 years from now, I would hope that it'd be remembered it's one of the best places in the world to work, and they were straight shooters, and they conducted themselves professionally. And when I look at the future, what lies before our organization, I see tremendous growth on getting enough smart and great people working for us to hang with the technology, because it's here and it's going to be here and it's going to get good. And if you're good at that, we're going to be a great dealership just like we are today.